In a nondescript building off a busy road in Burton, Michigan, sits Flint CPL Academy.
What do you think? Do we need guns to teach a gun class?
It's normally adults sitting in these chairs receiving safety training for their concealed pistol license. This is a part of Michigan that proudly believes in gun ownership.
Who's got guns in your house?
But in the wake of the deadly school shooting 30 minutes away in Oxford, where 15-year-old Ethan Crumbley allegedly opened fire on classmates using an unsecured handgun his parents had bought him just days before, instructor Matt Guido has changed his guidance.
Never ever point any gun at
Within days, the 20-year Army veteran and NRA certified instructor had pulled together a youth firearm safety class.
I believe a lot of parents trust their kids, and I believe a lot more hide the gun and think that hiding it is sufficient. If the child finds that gun, and they will, now the kids will know what not to do.
Mike Bishop brought his 3 children.
Where do you point?
With 25 firearms under lock and key at home, Mike says he and his wife repeatedly discuss gun safety with their kids, but he figured hearing it from someone else couldn't hurt.
It's surprising how often when they hear it from somebody else, it can be the same thing I've told them 100 times. All of a sudden it clicks and they listen.
No one here believes firearm safety alone could have prevented what happened at Oxford High School. And many believe charging Crumbley's parents with involuntary manslaughter for allegedly not properly storing the firearm used in the attack is the right course of action. The tragedy that unfolded here at Oxford High School has brought this close-knit community to its knees. There's almost a steady stream of people coming to pay their respects, leaving flowers, stuffed animals, and messages of support. But memorials like this are becoming a hauntingly familiar scene at schools across the United States. According to gun safety group Everytown, there have been at least 149 incidences of gunfire on school grounds this year alone, leaving 32 dead and dozens more injured. It's a sharp, although unsurprising uptick from 2020, when the pandemic shuttered schools. But experts say last year's isolation has partially fueled this year's violence, as children readjust to interacting with their peers and diffusing tensions.
Youth's brains don't develop until they're about 25. So when they have a year off of learning how to interact with people and getting the next level of training, they're stilted in their development.
But the school shootings this year are also a massive jump from pre-pandemic years. Incidences have more than doubled from 4 years ago, something Mark Zimmerman attributes to the mounting vitriol and polarization in America.
Kids learn from us. They see that incivility, they model that incivility. And I think there's been a trend of that in our country, learning to be aggressive and to be violent. The firearms are the tip of the iceberg.
A tip that could start bobbing even higher out of water. Gun sales in the United States hit a record last year. And with so many of those sales going to first-time gun owners, safety classes like this one,
Firearm safety starts with education,
are becoming even more vital in keeping people, especially children, safe. Tony Waterman, CGTN, Oxford, Michigan.